Oh, so you are here. Long time no see, Christine. I think I know why you are here. It's because you love my podcast. Today, we are going to talk about the moon landing. There are a lot of people who believe it was fake. However, I don't think so. That is why I'm going to explain why I think it was real. So, now, let's get started. It all started the 20th of July of 1969, an important day for humanity. That day, after years of training and failed attempts, Apollo 11 did a successful moon landing, the first one in all human history. That day, three new heroes were born: the astronauts, who risked their life to achieve this huge goal, were acclaimed all over the world. Their names were Neil Armstrong, Michael Collins, and Edwin Aldrin. By that time, America had just won the space race against the Soviet Union. As a result, they were the rulers of the world. However, later on, the Soviet Union would fall, and as a result, America would achieve a worldwide power. On the other side, we have the astronauts that, after having taken some resources from the lunar surface, they decided to get back to the spaceship and start a new journey to Earth, our planet. This is considered one of the most important feats humanity has ever achieved. However, how would you feel if I tell you that there are some people who believe all this was fake? Let's ask the people. Look at him. Let's ask him. Hello man, how are you?
Oh, hi.
What do you think about the moon landing? Was it fake or not?
I think it was fake. The flag was waving. How can you wave without oxygen in space, man?
Oh my god. That is why we need to explain all this topic. So let's start. If we really want to understand a conspiracy theory, first of all, we should know the political and social context in the world in 1960s. First of all, it all started with the end of the Second World War. Tensions rose between the two countries with more political and social power in the world, the USA and the Soviet Union. They both had different differences. For example, the US supported capitalism and the Soviet Union communism. As a result of all these differences, the Cold War started. This war was special. It wasn't as the others. In this war, there was no direct fighting against each side. However, US and the Soviet Union did support many conflicts around the world. Here is when the space race began. It played an important role in the Cold War. The Americans and the Soviets used this race as a way to prove their technological and intellectual superiority by becoming the first nations to put humans into space. At the end, Americans won and the Soviet Union collapsed, ending the Cold War. Many people believe that the moon landing was actually fake. They think that all this was a cinematographic editing made by NASA and directed by the famous cinematographic director Stanley Kubrick. They think NASA did it to win their war against the Soviet Union as fast as they could. However, why do people believe in this? There are two main reasons. People say that in the most famous Stanley Kubrick's movie, The Shining, there is a character who wears a sweater in which it's written the word Apollo. Moreover, later on in the movie, we can see a key in which it's written the word room number 237. As a result, people believe that if we rearrange letters, we can spell the word moon room.
Some people have interpreted it as the director's confession for faking the moon landing. However, Kubrick's daughter, Vivian, has publicly denied the theory, calling it manifestly a grotesque lie.
Secondly, there are a lot of people who believe that there are some inconsistencies in the video that NASA recorded. However, I'm going to analyze it and explain why there is nothing wrong. In one of the pictures published by NASA about the moon landing, it can be seen a big letter C in a stone. As a result, many people believed that it was all fake. It was a part of a shot.
However, this claim has been debunked. The letter C was just a human hair which got into the photo when it was being developed. NASA's high-resolution images do not show the C, indicating that it was an artifact introduced during the handling or copying of the photos.
I'm going to talk about another argument against the moon landing. Most people believe it was fake because in the pictures we cannot see the stars in the sky. As a result, society believed that NASA did this in purpose. They thought that if they tried to fake the stars, astronomers would realize that the constellations were not right. They were not in the same order as is in our reality. Moreover, we will realize that as well, and we will take the conclusion that all was fake. However, there is a reason why we can't see the stars. First of all, the contrast between the brightly lit lunar surface and the dark sky is very high. The stars are relatively faint compared to the sun's surface, so they are not visible in the photograph taken under these conditions. As a result, this is the answer of why we cannot see the stars in the picture. Another point to deal with will be the flying flag. During the videos, in some cases, when the astronauts were setting up the flag, it sometimes moved. As a result, people believed that there was error in the scene. And cameraman, do you think there is oxygen in space? You are actually right. There is no oxygen in the moon. That is why a lot of people believed it was a cinematographic montage. However, this argument can be answered with a simple concept: inertia. According to the first Newton law, every object will stay in a uniform motion or in rest unless a force is applied to it. When the astronauts planted the flag, they twisted and pushed it to the lunar soil, causing the flag to move. In a vacuum of space, there is no air resistance to dampen this motion, so the flag continued to move and appeared to wave for a while before coming to rest. And that's all. After having demonstrated all these false arguments, I hope that every single person who doubted about the veracity of this feat comes to their senses. The moon landing was real, and we made it thanks to all the effort we put together as a society. Before finishing all this, I would like to finish with a quote that Sir Isaac Newton said a long time ago. We shouldn't listen to those who believe that the moon landing was not real, because
No.
have. Hey! Don't worry, I have the lenses.